This video is for Theme, Control and Sensing, Unit Terry the Turtle, and this is video 4. In this video tutorial we're going to continue using Tizzy's first tools, the Move program, but we're going to be using Level 3 star instead. So make sure that the Level 3 star has been selected, then move your arrow over to the Move program and click. You'll notice that Level 3 looks similar to Level 1 because we have our 4 arrows back. However, we do have two new features on Level 3. And they are, first of all, we have this button here, which I'll tell you about in just 1 minute. And then we also have this very important screen here that we'll be using throughout this video tutorial. Now what's really important to understand in this video is that through each level of the Move program, we'll be giving Terry the Turtle different instructions. And the reason for that is you need to learn that computers can work with many different instructions to get the same results. So, for example, although these instructions look the same as level 1, you'll notice that if I press this button, Terry the Turtle doesn't move, and instead it writes some text here. Now what that's doing is it's instructing me to tell Terry the Turtle how far I want him to move forward. So I need to figure out how to program Terry the Turtle to move using these new instructions. And that's what we're going to work on in this video tutorial. Before we do that, I just wanted to introduce you to this button. If we click on this button, we can change Terry the Turtle from a turtle to any of these other objects. For example, a helicopter. You might want to turn him into a ladybird. Or you might want to turn him into one of the other objects that are available. If you want to do that, then feel free, but I'm going to continue using Terry the Turtle. Now once you've chosen your object, we're going to start by trying to make Terry the Turtle draw a square. We did this with the Level 3 program, but it was slightly different because the instructions were different. So, how do we figure out the instructions for this? Well, first of all, I know that if I press the Move Forward button, it writes this word forward. Now what I need to do is I need to tell Terry the Turtle how many steps I want him to move forward. Not by clicking on the buttons, but by typing in a number of steps. Now you might think that I'd have to tell him to move forward 1 step. But if I press OK, and if you look at Terry the Turtle carefully, you'll notice that 1 step is not a lot, because Terry the Turtle's steps are very small. So if I start again by pressing on the Home button and the rubber tool, this time I'm going to move him forward, but not 1 step. Instead I'm going to move him forward 20 steps. If I press OK, that line is equivalent to 20 steps for Terry the Turtle. Okay, so first of all you need to understand how many steps it is that Terry the Turtle needs to move in order to draw the appropriate line. So for example, if I rub the line out and go back to the start, if I did forward 70 steps, that would probably be too many, and Terry the Turtle would go off the edge of the screen. So I'm just going to keep it at 20 steps. Forward, 20, and then press OK. And you can see that if I'm drawing my square, I've now drawn this first line here. Now, giving the instructions for Terry the Turtle to move forwards and backwards in this program is quite simple. Like I said, we just need to press on the correct buttons and then tell him how many steps to move forwards or how many steps to move backwards. It's turning Terry the Turtle that's the difficult part. Because what we need to do is, unlike level 1 where I simply pressed one of the turn buttons and he turned left or right, this time when I press the button, it puts in the direction that I want Terry the Turtle to turn. In this example, the yellow arrow will say turn left. But again, I now need to tell Terry the Turtle how far I want him to turn left. Not in steps, but in degrees. This website here represents a protractor, and a protractor can give us the degrees to allow us to determine an angle that we want to turn an object at. So you can see here that this is a 90-degree angle. And if I go and have a look at my square that I want to draw, a square has 90-degree angles. Not 45, like that. You see that my square doesn't have an angle that looks like 45 degrees. My square has an angle that looks like 90 degrees. Like that. So I know that I need to turn Terry the Turtle to the left 90 degrees. If I press OK, he's now facing in the direction that I want him to be facing in order to draw my square. Now then, what else do we know about squares? Not only do they have 90-degree angles, but they also have 4 sides which are all equal in length. So, if I went forward 20 steps to start with, once I've turned 90 degrees, I now need to go forward 20 steps again. If I don't go the same amount of steps, then this won't be a square. There we go. Now these two lines are the same length. I then need to turn Terry the Turtle to the left again. And again, because I'm doing a square, I know that each corner on a square has a 90-degree angle. So if I press OK, that'll turn him 90 degrees again. Then forward 20, because the square has, again, the same length sides. Press OK. Left 90 to turn him again. And then finally forward 20. And by giving a different set of instructions using these different tools, I've managed to still draw myself a square by instructing Terry the Turtle to move. See if you can draw a square using these instructions. Once you've drawn a square, your teacher will then tell you different objects that he or she wants you to draw by giving Terry the Turtle certain instructions. Remember, in order to turn Terry the Turtle, we need to know what angle, what degree, we want Terry the Turtle to turn at. So, once you've drawn the square, get the next shape off of your teacher and have a go at that. Good luck.